Good morning. Lawrence Academy. Oh, thanks. That was great. Good morning. Lawrence Academy's youngest, most illustrious class of 2018. Family, faculty, staff, undergraduates in the back, I see you guys. You all look wonderful. I am humbled to be here today, the day you begin a new and one of the most exciting journeys and chapters of your lives. I can recall 12 years ago, 12 years ago, sitting where you sit today, excitement for the future percolating everywhere within and around me. My time at Lawrence was a pivotal period for me, as I'm sure it has been for you. Before I was a student here, there were many things I did not know. Upon graduating, I left more informed about the world. Lawrence has taught me the skill of mastering the basics, about interfacing with unfamiliar and seemingly scary things and surviving. It taught me about possibility. It also taught me about love. My teachers, the faculty, staff, everyone here believed in me, invested in me. For that, I will always be grateful. All those that make this school run, I praise you. I thank you. Because of your efforts, I am who I am today. So my talk with you today will be about translating the love Lawrence Academy has demonstrated to me and turning that inward. And I wish to share 3 messages that I hope you will take along with you on this exciting journey. Theme 1, as you are. Begin your lives as graduates of Lawrence Academy as you are. You are enough right now, at this very moment, and for every moment for the rest of your lives. You will be enough. At Lawrence, as a teenager, it took me a little while to learn that. I believed myself to be different, and that difference I deemed inferior. I felt different on a number of levels, racially, economically, culturally, and as a result, I closed within myself. And as a student, despite outwardly manifesting an exuberant personality, on the inside, I lacked a bit of self-love and self-appreciation. I looked around me and admired my classmates. And then when I looked within, I saw only room for improvement. And in so thinking and in so believing, I denied myself and I denied my community the opportunity to experience my full self, my full talent, and my full worth. This self-conscious behavior persuaded me to deny myself the opportunity, such as going to prom, you guys. I didn't go to prom because I was afraid no one would want to go with me. And my friendships weren't as robust as they could have been or lasting as they could have been. What catalyzed this behavior? Morning assembly. Here's the story. I was a freshman, brand new and excited to begin. And to commemorate the occasion, the start of school, I decided I would get my hair braided. I had a lot more hair back then. So I did, and I arrived on campus feeling like the cutest girl in the room. And that morning, I decided to style it, right? So I would have some braids falling loosely down my back, and then some high up on my head. And what was cool about the hairstyle was that the part that was tied up on my head was actually really high. It was the hottest style back home in Jersey. And the key was to have the hair at the top like spread out like a fan. So I don't know if you guys can imagine it. And so I did that again, feeling really cute. And so as the assembly began to fill with students, I started getting really nervous, right? Because no one else had braids. And 2 students who must have been juniors or seniors sat behind me. Mind you, I'm a freshman, so they sat behind me. And I recall them giggling, another saying that my hair was high, and something about it blocking his view. Next thing I know, one of the students was separating my hair. Like, actually, to create, presumably, a view for himself. And I'm sure they were joking and it was all innocent fun, but their behavior for me solidified my difference. That my hair, that I was taking up too much space. And so from that day, I made myself smaller. I tell you now that that was the wrong move and the wrong way to experience that situation. Because no matter who you are or where you go, something will always make you different, especially in college, if that is where you'll be going this fall. I learned then, and that wasn't meant to be shade, by the way, you know, like, I don't know if there's any like Mark Zuckerbergs here, you know. I learned then, and I am telling you now, that your value add, is in your difference. This school taught me that. In many ways, it is premised upon that. Who you are has made you hustle differently. You see the world differently. You bring to the table ideas others can't even make up. Do not shy away from this and the wonderful and different person you are meant to be. Hold your head and wear your hair high. On this journey, you will not be able to control what people think of you, but you can control what you think of yourself. In entering this new stage of your lives, other people may try to diminish you, perhaps because they don't yet understand you. But I tell you, do not diminish yourself. All that makes me who I am, being an inner city kid from Irvington, New Jersey, born to Nigerian parents of very modest means, who themselves grew up during challenging times, is what has made me a thoughtful person. It has developed my grit and helped me to establish a connection with people that no degree can. So honor and respect what makes you, you. Think great thoughts of yourself and of what you bring to the table, and then act accordingly. Begin your lives as graduates of Lawrence Academy just as you are, embracing all that makes you, you. Theme 2, be brave. Because it is hard to be and love yourself in this world. Those things that make us who we are the same things that may make others uncomfortable. So on this journey of self-love, make that journey easier by teaching others how to treat you in class, at the gym, at home, in your relationships, everywhere. To not control this aspect of your life is to allow the possibility of falling victim to the whims and whimsy of other people's imaginations about who you are. Imaginations that may not properly value your splendor. Teach others your value by first setting the example. Be brave about loving yourself. Love yourself out loud. Let the world know your preferences, what hurts you, what makes you sad, what brings you joy, what you believe is fair, what you believe is unfair, what ignites the passion within you. At this juncture in your lives, you will come to see and experience different and challenging things. Who you are should not be one of those things. So don't be passive about your identity. Be brave. Own it, control it, love it. And this brings me to my third and final theme. Tell your story. Each of us is here for a reason. And it may seem like all the necessary stories have been told on YouTube or Snapchat or Instagram, but I tell you that they have not. There is room for you. We need to hear from you. And most importantly, despite the amount of media circulating around the world, there is still not enough news about love, about gentle power, about overcoming hardship, about kindness and blessings and magic and miracles and perseverance and patience. I do not know the stories of my great-grandparents, and I barely know the stories of my grandparents. To get a glimpse into their lives, I rely on the reflections of my parents to retell for me the journey of our family name. I am legacy, and being legacy means knowing from where I come, which will inform where I can go. Telling my story, my family story, is something I can control, something I can do now. And so, as I am engaged in this process of self-love, I am also writing down my journey so that the little Pamela humans to come will know who I am and that I was brave in loving myself as I am. And they will know that because I told them. They will know that they have been birthed into a lineage of love. So let the world know your story. Tell it as I now tell mine. Take a storytelling class, or make a film, or write a novella, or submit an article to your favorite magazine. Make your voice heard. Let the world know the journey you have been on and the mark you would like to make in this world. And hopefully, generations will come to know that as you all begin your lives as alumni of Lawrence Academy, you have gone forward bravely, loving yourself, and in turn, expanding your ability to love others just as they are. Thank you.